When we are trying to optimize our Amazon listing, the first question that comes into our mind is that how many keywords should we stuff into our header, bullet points, and description of our listing? How many keywords should there actually exist in those areas of the listing? Should it just be filled with keywords, or should we use normal everyday English language to connect with the audience and tell them what's really in our product? That question, if you have that in your mind, is actually a very good question to ask. For the longest time, I also had a similar question in my mind. Of course, the first thing that we do when we are going to optimize our Amazon listing is basically put together an Excel sheet of keywords that we would want in the listing itself. Once we have this long list of keywords on an Excel sheet, the next problem that we are facing now at this point of time is that how do we systematically arrange these keywords in a manner which is readable for a human and is not only written for the sake of the algorithm? That is one heck of a question, and that is one heck of a doubt if you are in this stage as well when you're trying to optimize your Amazon listing. I was in conversation with Yelena, who is the founder of Amazonia PPC, and she and her company helps Amazon sellers scale up their business to 7 and even 8 figures using PPC. And the first step towards building a good PPC strategy is to optimize your listings. So that is exactly what they do for their customers. And when I was having this conversation with Yelena, I went ahead and asked this question out of humility directly to her so that I could understand what she had to say and how does she play it soft and play it right between having the right amount of keywords for the algorithm as well as having a lot of readability for the normal human beings and customers who are visiting your listing on Amazon. Let's see what she had to say. What sort of balance should a listing have in terms of having keywords stuffed into the title, bullet points, description, backend? Backend definitely is for only keywords. But what should be the balance between actually having a lot of keywords there and making it salesy, or trying to convince the people about how good the product is and what are the USPs through a natural language? Because that is always a struggle that I also personally have when I'm optimizing listing for myself or for others.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, good question. People who do SEO on Google for years, for example, they know that you should not stuff your text with keywords. Every 70 words should be a keyword. That's the rule when you're writing content for SEO on Google, for example. And that's the kind of rule that I would apply on Amazon as well. If you stuff it with keywords, you're not going to achieve much. In most of the cases, there's only going to be 1 or 2 keywords that are super relevant to your product, and everything else is going to be something that you can use as a substitute in the subject matter keywords and the tag and such term strings and things like these, and then focus on the copywriting. Good copywriting is a balance between optimizing, of course, for the algorithm, but also making it appeal to humans as much as possible.
Whoa, that point just took the breath out of my mind, because that is exactly the mistake a lot of us end up doing. We stuff our listing with keywords only to praise the Amazon's A9 algorithm or whatever that algorithm's name might be. But we tend to forget that individuals and human beings and website visitors on Amazon are actually going to be reading our listings. We need to cater to them as well. Therefore, you must keep that in mind and design your listing for a human being to read. He has to connect, he or she who's reading your listing has to connect with your listing as a brand. If you're trying to behave as a brand, you need to build a persona around it. You don't have to write it in a manner where it seems extremely technical and the customer is not able to get any sort of emotional connect with your listing. So keep that in mind when you are trying to optimize and recreate your listing. Let's see what else Yelena had to say for optimizing the listing forward.
Not even trying to sound salesy, but the key of good copywriting is communicating the message clearly. What this product is, copywriting should help them understand what the product is, because they can't touch it. The closest that they will get, the closest impression about the product that they will get informing them their opinion is the video, is images. There also should be considered copywriting, because copywriting at its core is every type of material, whether that is text or image or video or any kind of GIF, something that is aimed towards selling a product, right? So good imagery, good infographics, all these things help out, make a good impression about the product. Most importantly, communicating what the product is, so that they understand whether they want to buy it or not. And that's about it. If a product is good, it's a good choice. If it's a good offer, if it's a good price, all these other elements definitely contribute to the sales of the product. Not only copywriting. Try not to stuff it with keywords because you won't achieve better ranking at all. You will achieve better ranking if you mention a keyword here or there, a little bit in the title, a little bit in the bullet points, in the description, not too much, but also have very good sales velocity, which is basically a combination of it's a combination of good conversion rate in the first place, but also click-through rate. Those are the signals that show Amazon that you are selling a product that someone needs, that delivering someone's needs, answer someone's needs.
There you have it, guys. That is the secret to having a great listing when it comes to copywriting and having keywords stuffed in your listing. Okay, keep a balance between having the right amount of keywords and having the right kind of language in your listing as well, so that everybody who's reading your listing understands and is able to connect with your brand, with your product, and is able to understand what are you trying to do as a business, why are you unique, except every technical element that you are anyways going to be writing everywhere else on the listing. Right? So I hope you took away some value from this. Don't forget to hit this thumbs up button, smash it, kill it, obliterate it, do whatever the heck you can, but make it look blue. Okay, do that. But in the meantime, before you hop off this channel, don't forget to check out either of these videos which I have released recently. One of them is actually the conversation with Elena, the entire full length conversation. You can get a great deal of value from there as well. And the other one is how can you find the right size of the market. Don't forget to check out these two videos as well. Subscribe to the channel and I will see you in the next one. Take care and have a great day ahead.